Good evening, everyone. We're just about 15 minutes away from tonight's virtual soiree. We have a little prep work we want you to get ready for because we hope we're all in a very generous mood this evening. The one most important thing we need to have you do before we get started is to download the app so you can donate and show all that generosity and your support for the Quad City Symphony Orchestra. Here's how you do it. You've been watching your screen tonight. It comes up every now and then, through this rotation, but here's how you do it. To bid or donate, we need you to go online to the website, tinyurl.com/QCSOA. Again, that's tinyurl.com/QCSOA. Once you get to that page, you can give to the paddle raise by clicking Donate Now at any time. And then to access the live auction, you have to click Register to Bid. Once you register, you'll get an email with a link to download the Givey auction app, and you'll get a code to enter. Once the app has downloaded onto your phone, you enter that code that you were sent in the email, your credit card information as well, and then you can place your bid. Once again, to bid or donate, tinyurl.com/QCSOA. Once on the page, give to the paddle raise by clicking Donate Now, anytime. You can access the live auction by clicking Register to Bid. And once you get registered, you'll get that all-important email with a link to download the Givey auction app and a code to enter. Sounds complicated, but it's really easy. Once the app is downloaded on your phone, you then enter the code, your credit card information as well, and then place your bid. We're just a few minutes away from getting started for what will be a wonderful evening. Keep watching the slideshow. If you missed any of it, you can see the information right there to bid and donate. There's the instructions once again for you. We'll talk to you again in a few minutes. We'll have a wonderful evening ahead. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2020 virtual soiree for the Quad City Symphony Orchestra Moonlight Sonata. We hope you enjoyed your meal this evening and are getting settled in for what will be a wonderful evening in front of us. You know, it's funny, we're calling this a virtual soiree. I'm here. That's real. You're at home with friends or family. That's real. Our love for the Quad City Symphony Orchestra, certainly very real. The performers here tonight are real, and they'll put on a wonderful performance for you. And of course, everything that the Quad City Symphony Orchestra does for this community is real, and your past support has meant so much over the years. All of that very, very real. So we call it virtual because we're apart for obvious reasons, but the difference you're going to make tonight also very, very real. Without much further ado, the man who helps the Quad City Symphony Orchestra get by day is standing next to me for a few words, Executive Director Brian Baxter. Brian, you're very real too.
I am. I'm physically present today. So thank you so much for that lovely introduction, and thank you all for joining us for Moonlight Sonata, our theme for this year's virtual soiree. It's going to be a really special evening, capped off with a really great performance from some of our own musicians, Naha Greenholtz, our concertmaster, Hannah Holman, our principal cellist, and our guest pianist with us tonight, Gadir Abaido. I want to start tonight by thanking all of our sponsors, all of our host committee members, just give them a little bit of recognition for their leadership and their generosity supporting the symphony. So first, our gold baton sponsors, John and Nancy Hayes. Our silver baton sponsors, McLaughlin Motors. Our supporting sponsors, SENB Bank and Mary Sue and Dan Salmon. And our event sponsors, Hub and Sarah Tinsman, Shirley and Ron Gusta, Top Notch Productions, where we are right now, and Louise Lorimer of Flowers by Stax. We're so grateful for all their sponsorship support. I would also like to thank our entire host committee who works so tirelessly to make sure this event becomes a reality and becomes successful. And I'll lead with our host committee co-chairs, Jim and Melissa Von Mar. Thank you both so much. And I'm also going to recognize all the host committee members for all their contributions. Allie and Joe Conklin, Chris and Connie Connolly, Trish Duffy, Katie and Jason Marchick, Caitlin and Adam Medina, Darlene and Mike Steffen, Sue Quayle, Charles and Nancy Von Mar, and Susan Von Mar. Thank you so much for all you've done to help make tonight a reality. And I want to encourage everyone, before we get into the fundraising component here, please be generous, please bid, please donate. The support you provide tonight goes to help us deliver our mission, our musical mission, our educational mission, everything we do. And this COVID pandemic, it's affected all of us, and the symphony is certainly no exception. And when I think about the dollars that we're trying to raise tonight for all of our programs, but specifically our music education programs, I think about the impact and the outcomes that result from students learning and practicing and performing music, and how meaningful that is to them, not just in their musical life, but in all of their life, their academic life, their social lives, et cetera, et cetera. So it's really, really powerful. And amidst this pandemic that we're all fighting together, I think that impact is needed more now than ever, if I can say that. A lot of the students are working hard to get by in an educational context that's challenging and certainly new, but it's certainly challenging. And so it's a lot. So everything that you give tonight helps us to deliver our music education mission and everything that we do with the symphony. So thank you. And with that, I will turn it back over to Jim and step aside so that we can get started with our live auction.
Brian, thank you. Very well said. And of course, all the work that Quad City Symphony Orchestra does is very meaningful. And of course, just reaching a new student, a new child, introducing him or her to music can certainly change their lives. Now, we're about to get into the live auction part of the evening, which is where we're going to ask you to be very, very generous. Of course, a lot of fun in store, the wonderful musical performance coming your way as well. We want to make sure that you're all ready to do it. You see it on your screen right now. Remember to go onto the website, tinyurl.com/QCSOA. You're going to want to make sure you click on the page or donate now. Once you get there, you're going to access the live auction to click register to bid. Enter your code, or you want to download the Givey auction app and then a code to enter. And once you download that app, you can enter that code and be ready to go and place your bid. So yes, it's a little bit of work we have to do ahead of time, but of course we need you ready. You all are certainly great supporters of this organization. That's one little piece of housework we have to do beforehand. Now, the man who makes it all happen, we're all so familiar with him, a man of many talents, who leads the orchestra, who runs the musical program, and he's a chef, a master chef, and of course he's just a maestro of all talents. Mark Russell Smith is here.
Good evening. Hi, Jim.
Great to see you as always.
You too. Thank you so much, and thanks for your help. You're fantastic, and this is a unique time and a unique event, and I just feel like I'm talking to a group of friends who love the orchestra and who support what we do and understand how important it is to be generous in situations like this. So I guess we're going to start with our first item.
Yeah.
People often say to me, it's like, come on, Mark, they're not really watching you, are they? I mean, is what you do up there, does that really make a difference? Is all that arm waving, are they really paying attention? And here is your opportunity to find out for yourself, because the first auction item is the chance to conduct the Quad City Symphony in our national anthem. As many of our patrons know, we have a tradition here of opening concerts with the national anthem. a tradition which in the upcoming Masterworks we won't be able to do, unfortunately, because we can't stand and sing. So that's a bit of breaking news. You heard it here first, but hopefully that obviously
in time,
yes,
we'll get there.
That won't be
This
that
too
won't,
shall pass.
won't be forever. Exactly. But we are making up for that with some very interesting repertoire and Star Spangled Banner repertoire related, especially in Masterworks 1. But this tradition started actually on September 7th, 1941, when during a concert it was announced that Pearl Harbor had been bombed and the orchestra spontaneously broke into the national anthem. And so we've been playing it at concerts ever since. And so it's really it's a wonderful tradition and part of our DNA. And so this is your opportunity to lead one of those national anthem performances, either in a Masterworks or maybe a Riverfront Pops. We can work it out. And you get a conducting lesson.
They get coaching from you.
They do get coaching. They get a conducting lesson. It's actually a little tricky to conduct the national anthem because there's starts and stops and all sorts of things. But it's an incredible feeling to stand in front of the Quad City Symphony, of course, and the audience at the Adler or Riverfront Pops. So it would be a fantastic gift for somebody. We actually already have an opening bid. Minimum bid was 500. We already have one bid of 600. So now is your chance. So I'll take 700, and just get those thumbs or whatever you're using to donate. Get those moving. It's a little bit different, of course, than being in a live room. So we're monitoring electronically.
We got 600 in. We're looking for 700.
Do we have 700 anywhere? This is your chance. A birthday gift. If there's a special birthday coming up for somebody close to you, it's a unique gift, to put it mildly.
And just so people know at home, we don't see a computer monitor in front of us as your bids come in. We got people relaying those numbers, so it's not going to be your fastest paced auction. So be patient with us, but we know you want to do this because, first of all, you get coaching from this man. How difficult is it for someone to give that person that one lesson to kind of get them ready for that moment?
Well, it really depends. It depends. A lot of times there are people who were amateur musicians or played in their high school band and stuff, and so there's an idea about how to wave arms. But I've also coached others from entirely unassociated lines of work that weren't overly physically gifted, shall we say? I think I'm an okay teacher, and
I'm sure
we can really make things happen.
Oh, it's a wonderful opportunity.
Are we having? Do we have 700?
We're still waiting for 700.
We're waiting for 700. It's a steal at 600. Wow.
Time with you and time with the symphony orchestra, to get up in front of the crowd.
Yeah, we work out a mutual time where it works for, you can invite a group of friends, your family. There are all sorts of ways you could build a really fun event around your conducting of the Quad City Symphony. Yeah,
because you're preparing for the event. You have dinner beforehand and have a nice, really night out with everybody.
Right. And again, it's a unique gift. The gift of conducting a great orchestra like the Quad City Symphony in a beautiful hall like the Adler Theater. That's that.
Do we have 700? Do we have 700? We don't. I'm sorry.
We don't have 700.
So we're gonna
come on.
Give you a little bit more time, but we're gonna probably move on to the next auction item fairly soon. But let's see. We'll give you maybe about another minute. See if anybody wants the chance.
It's a great deal. It's 700. Do we have 700? We know, of course, that every dollar that you give is going directly to help support the music and support our education offerings. So please be generous. Let's get things going. Are we going, Brian? Are we? Something's coming in? Oh, good. Or we're moving forward? Okay.
So you're your auctioneer.
600? Do I hear 700? I'll give maybe 30 more seconds for 700. This is a bargain at 600.
We're gonna leave this one open. It looks like for a little while, so you can still bid on it. We're gonna move on to another item.
We'll move to the second and think about this. Think about it. Well, now we have a guest musician experience with Madeline Bodden. You can add musical flair to your next corporate function, private cocktail party, or other holiday gathering with a short private recital by the incredible soprano, Maddie Bodden. You see her here. A Quad City native, she studied at the Interlochen Arts Academy in northern Michigan, the Boston Conservatory, and now is a professional singer living in California, singing with the California Philharmonic Choir, Landmark Opera Theater, and others. She just performed La Traviata, actually. And this is not the first time she's come to the aid of the Quad City Symphony. Over the past year, she's given recitals to help, the proceeds of which helped our private lesson program, so she's been a wonderful supporter. She can sing holiday songs. If you want to class up your holiday party, it's the perfect way to do it. An American songbook, opera favorite. She's a wonderful, wonderful artist. And so we're opening the bids at 500 for Madeline Bodden recital. She's a very flexible artist. Do we have 500?
And what an amazing opportunity to have someone in the comfort of your own home with friends, or however you want to set it up, actually.
Well, and actually, I mean, what is amazing, and I think people don't often realize this, to have a professional singer like so close in your house. I mean, to hear those sounds coming out of human voice, it's such it's very exciting.
I can imagine being a very moving experience. Absolutely,
there's nothing like it.
Yeah.
Nothing like it. Do we have 500? We're waiting on 500. Madeline Bodden, again, a Quad City native. Not sure where she went to school in the Quad Cities, but has a wonderful musical pedigree. Interlochen, of course, in northern Michigan. Fantastic place for young musicians. Boston Conservatory. Anyway, just a wonderful musical pedigree, and again, Quad City native who's helped us out tremendously.
What are some of, I guess you've heard her perform, I'm sure. What are some of the things you remember from her?
Well, you know, I mean, I think she's, again, like I mentioned, you know, it's very flexible. I mean, she can do pop music, and a lot of opera singers can't really do that, you know. So
we have 500, by the way.
We have 500. Excellent, excellent. So, you know, I mean, doing pop.
600 next, right?
We have 600?
We want 600.
We're going for 600.
Yes.
We have 500. We have our opening bid. Excellent. Thank you very much for that.
Yes, it goes a long ways. But yes.
You know, the idea of someone who can not just do opera but can do pop music, I think she's very, very flexible and you know,
so she takes requests, kind of thing.
Right. Who knows? It could be. I haven't witnessed that myself, but. Anyway, I think a wonderful opportunity to have music up close, and this is something that we're going to experience a little bit later on tonight, of course. But to have it in your home or to class up a party, like we mentioned earlier, is, you know, I think it's a great opportunity.
Will she be accompanied at all?
Yeah, I mean, I presume.
Yeah.
I presume.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that can be worked out. And of course, I think she's being extremely flexible as far as, you know, dates.
It's a fantastic opportunity.
Yeah, right.
We've got $500 bid right now. We're looking for 600 again.
Anybody for 600?
You know, we're getting our cues from the side, hoping that somebody comes in, because again, we're dealing with technology here that we're not used to in this sort of circumstance, and so hopefully your app is working. And remember, you're on the bottom of the screen to download the app and everything like that. So we've got that item still open. At 600 or 500, we're looking for 600. But we're going to come back to this. These are open and fluid, everyone, so you can keep.
And that's the beauty of you know, I mean,
of the technology in this situation.
You know, we've done this many years at the Figgy, and you know, in the lobby there, and so you know, once it's done, it's done. So this.
Yeah, people around there work.
Right. It gives us the opportunity to pile on, you know, which is to support the Quad City Symphony. Here's a cool one. Our next item, an RV getaway. You can hit the highway in this RV donated from U.S. Adventure RV. The open road is your home as you travel to your destination, whether it's on the coast, a national park, or your favorite North Woods fishing spot. Or, you know, Minnesota, there's a lot of nice, great lakes up there, so I hear. Wherever your excursion takes you.
You're familiar with Minnesota.
Yeah, yes, I am. I'm quite familiar. On this easy drive, Winnebago, you'll travel in the comfort with conveniences such as rear bed, overhead bunk that sleeps 4, plus a 5th with a fold-out dinette. Other amenities include kitchen and full bathroom with shower. You know, with COVID now, I mean, these are like incredibly popular.
That's already sales of the RVs are going. So if someone's even considering it, so obviously a great test opportunity if that's something you're interested in doing. I have been on RV trips before. It's a wonderful experience.
Right.
I mean, you can do it whether it's with a larger group of friends or just a small family experience. It can be a very fun thing. And right now, just think of what you can go around. As you said, Minnesota, Great Lakes, Wisconsin, great opportunities. Missouri, all right here. Illinois, Iowa, Lake Okoboji, wonderful places to find a campground and hook up for the weekend.
I myself have friends who have never done this before, but it's like it's a really eye-opening thing.
And we've already got an opening bid of $600. We've already got a bid of $600.
Excellent. So we have our first bid of 600, looking for 700. Whoever wins this gets 3 nights, 300 miles free for a fall departure. And all the dates can be worked out. I think U.S. Adventure RV is being very flexible and obviously very generous on behalf of the Quad City Symphony. So that can be worked out. And if you want a longer trip than that, then they can work it out. You know, let's see, additional miles are possible at the renter's expense. You know, there are some details. So it's kind of a starter, but I think a really wonderful thing. We have 600.
Oh, we have 500.
We have 500.
Oh, okay.
My mistake. Okay, we have 500. So we have 500. So we're looking for 6. Looking for 6.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful opportunity.
It is.
Again,
And
yeah,
that's a smoking deal.
Yeah.
That's a smoking deal because, yeah, I mean,
because they can use it all of next year. The weather will be great. Think of
Right.
after winter, make your plans, and again, just to explore the wonderful region that we have around here in the Midwest, and certainly plenty of opportunities.
Right. And again, U.S. Adventure, they're being very flexible. If you want to upgrade, if you want to extend it, you know, this again is kind of a starter to kind of get to know you, and they've been very generous with us, and we're grateful for that. It's you know, I forget who I was talking to, but with COVID and all the restrictions, I mean, everybody's affected differently, you know, and so I mean, some businesses are, of course, devastated, but other businesses are
It's
thriving.
how
exactly,
things have
exactly.
changed
Right.
the way we think and
Right.
the way we are as consumers and spending our
and
time.
so I mean, I think the RV business is you know, has people look at it differently. I think, you know,
Wonderful
and so,
opportunity to
yeah,
vacation and
right,
spend
right,
time
right,
and
exactly,
see the country when you're
exactly.
not able to do it in the traditional format. Absolutely. So this is a great opportunity. We're at 500. We have an opening bid. You know you want to get in on this at home. Just first of all, think of what you're doing for the Quad City Symphony Orchestra, too, with every dollar that you're willing to help us with today. The musical outreach programs, the concerts that are put on year after year after year that this man does a wonderful job leading that orchestra with, and the wonderful musicians that we have. Your difference tonight will help us go a long way in this difficult time that we're spending again in this fashion tonight. So
Right.
please
Right.
give generously as you can. And this is the wonderful, wonderful opportunity to ride in an RV and spend time with family and see the country.
Well, you know, I was thinking as before the show, you know, the orchestra was playing in the background, and you know, I was just kind of listening casually. It's like, damn. I mean, you know, this is it's such a good orchestra, and I know that you know that. I know the Quad Cities know that, but just to kind of casually hear it and to hear them play something like Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, you know, it's just something that we can all be so proud of, and that your support makes all the difference for them. So we're awaiting.
As last we know, we're at 500.
500?
We're hoping for 600 here. This is the next bid coming in. Download the app if you haven't done so already, and obviously register online first, and then you're able to follow the procedures that we see behind us right now.
Should we go on? Okay.
So
Okay.
again, keeping this item open, we're going through the different items that we have.
So we have conducting, right? We have conducting of the Quad City Symphony, still open. Still, we could tack some hundreds of dollars onto that. Maddie Bodden's recital, and
Wonderful
now the
personal
RV,
concert,
the
yeah.
RV getaway. Now, we have a great item, very generously donated by Caitlin and Adam Medina. A Park City, Utah vacation home. Spend 5 days and nights in a very private, peaceful setting in the Utah Wasatch Mountains. The spacious 2-level home in Summit Park, Utah has 4 bedrooms, 2 full baths, and can sleep 10 people comfortably. Surrounded by nature, tall pine trees, mountain vistas. This home is located in the mountains, but only, this is pretty amazing actually, a 20-minute drive from the Salt Lake City airport. So very convenient in and out. Short 10-minute drive from Park City. If you've been to Park City or you know, mountain places like that, you know there's tons of stuff to do, whether winter or summer. If you're a skier, obviously, you know, Park City.
Renowned,
Yes,
world renowned
exactly,
for that.
exactly.
And
And
certainly
Utah-
bike trails, hiking, anything, fishing,
Lots of
all that
summer
sort of
things,
thing, yeah.
shopping, dining, there are all sorts of things. There's parking for 1 car in the garage and 2 additional cars in the driveway. There's some photos. Oh, here we go. We have some photos that are coming up. It looks incredible.
Spectacular views.
Yeah, Caitlin and Adam Medina have been very generous, and we're really grateful for them. The dates available from May 1st to December 31st. So you can get either the summer experience or you can you get into the ski season as well. Dates to be mutually agreed upon. And we already have a bid of $1,100.
I think it's 1,000. We opened at 1,000. I think that's
sorry,
where we are.
sorry,
We're looking for 1,100.
Thanks, Jim. Yeah, we have 1,000. We're looking for 1,100. And I mean, if anybody who's priced vacation homes or vacation rentals know that I mean, that's a steal.
And
So
if you want, maybe you really could you could rent the RV and drive to Park City,
Well,
Utah,
yeah,
and then hang out there.
There
and
you
then
go.
drive back,
That would be very efficient and very, very supportive of the Quad City
absolutely,
Symphony.
absolutely.
That would
There's
be
certainly
awesome.
plenty of
That'd be
options
awesome.
there too. But yeah, I mean,
Do we have 1,100?
we're looking for
We're
1,100
looking for 1,100.
I have spent time not in that part of Utah, but I have certainly in Colorado, certainly another skiing and nature area, and it's wonderful just to see that kind of beauty up close.
Are
and
you a
certainly
skier?
mountains. Well, I not anymore.
Oh, wow.
I've
Okay.
outlived my skiing
Okay.
ability.
Oh, I
so,
see. Okay.
yes.
Okay.
But I used to do it a little bit, and
Okay.
but it's fun, and certainly people who are wonderful skiers can certainly get to it. We have 1,100.
We do have 1,100.
1,100.
Excellent. Okay, we have
should-
some action now.
Let's get to 1,200
Now we're
now.
looking
This
for
is a
1,200.
wonderful opportunity to go to Park City, Utah, and spend time in a condominium with up to what is it? 10 people? Is that what you
10
said?
people. It comfortably sleeps 10 people. 20-minute drive from Salt Lake
From the
City
airport.
International Airport. So that's a great.
Great amenities,
know,
great food,
My
great
my
entertainment.
wife and I, at places like Aspen.
1,200. We have 1,200 now. So now we're going for
13.
1,300.
1,300.
Keep it coming, people. This is a wonderful, wonderful opportunity to go to Park City,
Things
Utah.
are heating
We're-
up. Things are
So
heating
we're
up.
at 12.
That's
We're
good.
looking for 13, right? 12 looking for 13.
Excellent. Excellent.
Or more.
Or more, yes.
Sure,
You
this
can
is-
add 200 onto it.
Yeah, you can go as
wanna
high
make
as you
sure,
want, but-
exactly.
Yeah,
We'll
absolutely.
look at 2,000, but we're looking for 14 right now as the next bid. Many summer places like Aspen, they have big music festivals,
Mm-hmm.
and so I had grown up in Arizona, so not a big ski. Well, northern Arizona is a little bit, but
Right.
anyway, so I spent summers at the summer festival there, and then my girlfriend at the time, who later became my wife, we decided to go to Keystone, where there was a music festival, and then there was a winter portion of that festival, and so learned to ski there. And it's just the mountains in the summer, magical, and of course, if you're a skier and winter sports person, then and Park City, as you said, is just
Has
world
everything you
famous.
could possibly
Yeah,
want
yeah.
for winter or summer activities, and we're at 1,300 now, I believe, looking for 1,400. So
We're at 13, yes. Looking for 14. Do we have
1,400, so-
14? I can picture all the tables out there, all the people, just, not that far away from the Figgy experience that we're all used to, but, friends gathering around and having a great time and helping the Quad City Symphony do what they do with this money.
And
So
think
we're
about that vacation opportunity, because right now I think it's a bargain at $1,300. So certainly we're going to keep this one open for a while. It's a chance to see a wonderful part of the country if you are a skier, if you're a fisherman, a hiker,
Right.
like to ride bike trails. I guess you can get snowmobile, cross-country skis.
Right.
I think we have another bid. We're up to 1,400 now, so that's good. You guys are paying attention. You realize this
Excellent.
is a wonderful thing. Say we get to 15 or 1,600, maybe 2,000. You can. I think you can type in any amount you want. So
we would take that.
Yeah,
Yes, we would take
absolutely.
if the first number's 2, that would be great.
You're
That
thinking
would-
of the
that would
Quad
be
City
awesome.
Symphony Orchestra tonight and what you can do with every little thing that you have that you're able to give tonight. Certainly, everything is generous and
Right.
and well-meaning and goes a long way to help. This
Well, in
wonderful
5 days,
organization.
I mean, it's 5 days and nights, and so if you divide that, whatever,
By however many people you
exactly.
come,
It's
yeah,
a,
you could
you
really put together a
that's
wonderful,
good
wonderful
hotel
vacation.
room, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And with all the amenities that this place has. You saw the wonderful views that they have there, and of course the downtown looks very pretty. So yeah, this is a
Where are we
wonderful
now,
opportunity.
Brian?
I think we're at 1,400, looking for 1,500 or more.
Looking for 15.
So 1,400 looking for 15, 1,400 looking for 15 or more. Again, a wonderful opportunity to spend 5 nights in Park City, Utah. This wonderful condominium. We got 1,500 now. We're looking for 1,600 or more. So
Excellent. Way to go.
fantastic. Thank
Way
you
to
so
go.
much to all of you at home for paying attention and being part of this tonight. So yeah, 1,500 looking for 1,600. So Park City, Utah.
Yeah,
Like
well,
1,600. Now we're looking for 1,700.
Wow.
I think we
way to go.
stuck,
We
we
have
struck
a battle
chord
going.
on
That's
this one
good.
at Park
That's
City,
good.
Utah. So
We have
yes.
a virtual battle. That's awesome.
1,600.
That's right.
We've got looking for 1,700. So yes, this is a wonderful, wonderful vacation opportunity.
I think if
So-
you just go up to 2,000, then we can talk. Then you're in good shape. So
1,600. We're at 1,600. So hopefully we'll get to 1,700 more. Yeah, but this is I mean, again, $1,600, $1,700 to
divided by
chance
5 nights. I mean, right.
That's a bargain. You go to any major city to stay in a hotel and wherever, or even in Park City, you probably be spending more than that anyway.
No question.
The size of this condominium looks wonderful, and all the
well,
amenities
we're grateful to the Medinas for their generosity.
Wonderful donation,
in sharing.
absolutely.
Yeah,
so we're at
awesome.
1,600, looking for 1,700.
We'll keep it open for a minute or so.
So we're at 1,700 now.
Yes.
We got to 1,700, so now we're looking for 1,800.
18.
So we're going to keep it open. If you guys are going to keep bidding, think it over, talk with your friends. You know, this is a wonderful thing, whoever you're spending time with. We're at 1,700 now, looking for 1,800, right?
I'm saying, let's just put it up to 2. I think, you know, that if you're going to let's get serious now. And then, you know, 2,000.
Yes,
Yeah.
Why not? Absolutely.
Well worth it. Well
Absolutely.
worth it.
So
well worth it.
The number is 1,700, looking for 1,800 from what we understand. And then we're going to try to keep it going, because this is a wonderful opportunity to spend time in Park City, Utah. We're at 1,800 now. We got to 1,800 now. 1,800, looking for 1,900.
Excellent.
We're getting there. 19.
Excellent.
We hit 19 now. We're looking for 2,000.
Like I said.
I know
we could have saved a lot of time.
With your groups there,
exactly,
you know, you can work it out with friends. You can text your people.
I mean, you can now divide it up at your tables as you're sitting there. Okay, well, this couple can do 400. You know, I mean, we can get it up to 2,500.
Absolutely, this is a wonderful gift, and
no question.
Getting there, 1,900, looking for. Let's break that $2,000 mark for this wonderful opportunity.
That would be awesome. That'd be awesome.
Park City, Utah. I don't know.
Well,
my wife's in the back. I don't know if I could give her a hint. Say, honey, how about you?
Yeah, I'm thinking. Look, am I allowed to do this? I don't know. I don't know what. I mean, I'm not. But you see something,
looking for 2,000.
You see something like this, it's tempting. I mean,
it's wonderful.
That would be
absolutely. And we saw the pictures before, and everything that you have there, and that condominium, and yes, 1,900, looking for 2,000. We know we can get to 2,000 on this one. We know. We can get there.
1,900 going once.
We're holding on.
Come on, 1,900.
We're going to hold on here. We
got
to
2,000.
2,000.
We're at 2,000.
We're going to leave it open now.
Here
Let's
we go.
Let's see if we get to 2,100.
Excellent.
2,500 should be out of reach for something like this. This is a wonderful
exactly
vacation opportunity and wonderful accommodations. Yeah.
500 a night. You know, for 10 people.
And what's wonderful about the flexibility you're talking about, because Park City has so many events going on during the year, that you can look at your calendar and figure out when you want to go, what different festivals they have, whether it is winter or summer. They have so much going on there, too.
And for music lovers, I mean, you know, Salt Lake City's right there, you know, or athletic, you know, if you're NBA, I mean, whatever, you know, you could make it a very interesting 5 days, you know, with what's going on.
So we're at 2,000, and we are looking for more, obviously, but we're going to leave this one open, too, so you can mull it over with your friends, your family there, and what you want to do. We're going to move on to our next auction item in the meantime, just introducing these things, leaving them open, because you're not in the room with us, so we can't say, here, you want this, you want this, and, you know, and all that. So, you know, think about it. You got some time.
Right. Well, now this is, I'm you know, modesty, you know.
No, sell yourself.
Okay. I will. A very popular item that we've had just lots and lots of fun with through the years is what's known as the Maestro Dinner. I was very fortunate when I was in college to have spent 3 summers between my studies in the U.S. In Italy. There was an incredible old Italian maestro who taught in Siena, which is a fantastic Tuscan city just south of Florence, beautifully preserved, really incredible. I know many of you have probably visited Siena. Well, I rented, so it was a music festival, and I was a poor college student. I rented a room from the same Italian woman who was like my grandmother's age, basically. And the bottom line is she taught me to cook. She spoke no English whatsoever, and she taught me how to cook. And she would bring things in from her brother's farm outside of Siena, and I learned the fundamental aspects of Italian cooking. And so I'm a big fan of that, and have, through the years, kind of developed a repertoire of things. And this is an experience where I will come to your house. We can work out the menu. Usually it's ossobuco, or some other whatever. We can work it out with a pasta dish and dessert and all sorts of things. And we bring everything. Actually, Brian Baxter, our executive director, is a sous chef for lots of things. Wow, we have oh my gosh. Okay, well we have some bids.
So we've
Right.
opened it up. It's already
Right.
open, but
Right.
this is the chance to have a dinner prepared
Right.
by chef and
we
maestro.
we are upping the ante because Naha Greenholtz, our
So you're getting
wonderful, incredible
musical
concertmaster,
performance
is going to come and play also. So in addition to the food,
so this is like
Right.
meal on.
right. And we actually now have 7 bids. We have 7 bids at $1,300. So we're looking.
the
So we
next
need.
bid.
So we have 7. We're tied with 7 people for $1,300. We're looking now for $1,600. 1,600.
This is a very popular, year after year, this one is a very, very popular opportunity to spend time with you and have the musical performance now. On top of it, this
Right.
is really just
It's-
a
it's-
souped up
it's
event.
really fun. It's
So
very
I
fun.
got the thumbs up. We hit the 1,600 mark, it looks like.
So we have 1,800. Let's go for 1,800.
Yeah, this is a whopper. Now, Osobuco was one of your specialties, I presume.
It is. Right. Veal shank, stewed. It's kind of a nice fall dish, and I can do other things too, but people usually, it's kind of something that people don't
Get often.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly,
it's one of those rare
yeah.
treats, and
Right,
so yeah, and classically trained on this one.
Well, yeah, exactly.
In many ways.
Exactly.
So
So and the pasta we can, whatever. I mean, I can do it. We can tailor it to whatever.
And where
We're
are we at now?
18.
We're at 16. We're back to 18. We must have gotten to the 1,800 mark, so that's fantastic. So we're going
So
for
we need to go
more.
to 2, right?
2,000. 2,000.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's
and
get
it's up,
there.
Brian, I believe it's up to 10 guests. Is that correct? 10 guests. So dinner for 10 for $2,000.
Yeah, in the past, I think we sold it by seat, right?
Right,
So this
right.
time we're not because
Right.
of obvious
It's-
restrictions. We
it's-
want to make sure that everyone
Right.
feels comfortable
Right.
and all that sort of thing. So we're getting there. We're almost at
Right.
2,000.
We're looking for 2,000. Looking for 2,000. One of the 7, we could. This one's going to be pretty popular. It's looking like.
So when you prepare, we got
we
to
have
2,000.
Excellent.
Let's see if we can get to 2,200 from here. Let's go.
That'd be great.
So when you prepared the meal, is it also 19? Oh, sorry, we're at 1,900.
We're
We got to
1,900.
So we're still looking for
Okay.
2,000.
Okay.
I'm sure wine is part of this.
Wine
do you
is-
help select the
yeah,
wine?
I do. We provide all the food.
We got to 2,000. We're at 2,000 now. Let's see if we get to
Excellent.
22 or
Yeah.
21, 22, whatever.
Right. Right.
Because let's keep going.
Usually the host provides the wine, and we provide all the other everything else.
Fantastic.
And so, but
Well, you can't
certainly
have
we
what
could-
you're going to cook
right,
without
right.
nice
No,
some
exactly.
Primo
exactly.
Vino.
Brunello, or
There you
some
go.
good hearty Italian wine.
Nice,
Yeah,
absolutely. So fantastic.
No, it's fun, and it's it's a great time to meet each other, and I get to know people in the community or people that I know. Different people.
To share
about it, and
experiences,
it's just,
absolutely.
It's one of my favorite things to do. It's
Absolutely,
really
and
fun.
that's incredible, generous of you and your time, and certainly your skills. And of course, this is such a popular item year after year after year, so it must be a very, very fun time. for people.
It's fun. It's definitely fun. Are we at 22?
Well,
Okay.
we're going to close the first 3
Okay.
items out, though. It sounds like, though.
Right.
So
So we're going to come back before we finalize the Maestro dinner. We're going to close out the first 3 items. The national anthem, we're at 600, I believe, for that, right? Conducting the national anthem. We're at 600 right now, and now's your chance if you want to conduct the national anthem. You know somebody, a loved one that's having a important birthday. Make it an occasion.
someone retiring might be something
Right,
too, right?
right,
Or something
right.
special occasion for anybody's life.
Or actually,
absolutely.
we have had very generous donors purchase that and then let kids
do it. Sure.
Let musically inclined kids do it. So I
Be a
mean,
treat.
there are all sorts of possibilities. So we're at 600 going once. For this is conducting the national
We're
anthem.
at 5, I guess. We're at 5.
Oh, we're at 5. My mistake. Sorry. We're looking for 6. Going once. Twice. Sold. Paul Ricciuti. That's the Italian pronunciation. Paul Ricciuti. Thank you very
Fantastic.
much.
Thanks for your
I
donation.
look forward. Thank you so much for your generosity. I look forward to conducting lesson, Paul. We appreciate that very much. And now back to the Madeline Baden recital experience. Where are we now, Brian, with this? Sorry. We're at 6, I believe, right? We're going to close this one out.
We're at
we're
1,000.
1,000.
So this has been moving since we've been
That's
off
great.
camera.
Excellent.
So
We're at
again,
1,000
that's a wonderful
for
part
Madeline
about this.
Baden. Excellent.
So we got give you a few more seconds. Are you thinking about it? Because we are at $1,000 for that. We'd like maybe we get to 1,100 or 1,200 for this wonderful opportunity for a soloist, a soprano in your home that you'll an experience that you would probably almost once in a lifetime.
Going once at 1,000. Do we have 1,100 anywhere? This is your chance. Twice. Going twice. Sold for 1,000. Ann McNamara, thank you so much. Ann
Fantastic.
McNamara, $1,000. Thank you. Money well spent, and of course, we at the Quad City Symphony are incredibly grateful.
What
for
a
that.
treat that will be.
Yeah, that's good. So this virtual thing, things happen while you're not talking,
Yeah.
or while you're talking about something else.
Absolutely. They can
that's-
play with the
yeah,
app.
that's-
Absolutely.
That's fun. And now finally, from the U.S. Adventure RV, their very generous offer, the RV getaway. Where are we? I'm sorry.
It's very easy to
We're
get
at 5.
distracted
Yeah,
if we're moving
exactly,
on to sorts of things. I
exactly.
forget where we were.
We
on
are
that.
at 5.
And so
We-
think
we-
about this opportunity
right.
to take a trip with the family for a weekend getaway. And
If you've never done it, this is your chance to try it out in a very economical way.
Absolutely.
Those things are easy to drive, I think. Relatively easy to
Absolutely.
drive.
Absolutely.
So if we have 500 going once, going twice. Sold. Sarah and hubby Tinsman. Excellent. Thank you so much. Take the family. Get the family in the Winnebago. That's awesome.
They're ready to
that'll
go.
be lots of fun.
Yeah.
Come up to Minnesota. Come see us up there. Do some fishing, or whatever you want to do. That's awesome. So do we want updates on the other two, on the Park City and the Maestro dinner? We're at 2,100 for Park City now. Excellent, 2,100, and we'll accept 22, obviously, 22, 2,300, just so you know. So we had the final 2 items, of course, the Park City Vacation Home, which is still open, and the Maestro Dinner and Naha's performance combined in your home. Brian, where are we in that?
22.
We're at 22. 22 for the Maestro Dinner and 21 for Park City. It's, we'll let you ruminate on that
it's
for
22 for Park City.
Oh,
Yes.
excellent. So we
Park
have a little
City.
action. We have
There we go.
Excellent. So we need 23. We need 23 for Park City. If anybody out there, or you could go up to 25. Talk about it around the table with your friends. This could
Absolutely.
be 10 people. It's a smoking deal.
Yeah, think
So
about
Brian,
what
we're
you
at
can do with your
22,
friends
right?
and family and have
Yeah.
a good time in Park City, Utah. So much to do.
Okay, we're gonna close out Park City. Brian, going once.
23.
Oh!
Oh, no, we're not going anywhere.
Just
we're
kidding.
At to 23.
Just kidding. Sorry.
People are
Wait,
still
not so
bidding.
fast.
We don't want
Not
to
so
rush
fast.
anything.
Exactly,
If you're thinking about it, that's the thing. This is the wonderful thing because people are at home. They're talking.
And as the evening wears on,
you can have another glass of wine.
Exactly.
Loosen up a little bit.
that's what I was implying. Exactly. So as the evening wears on, then the bids get a little more. And that's a good thing. We endorse that. We endorse that.
Absolutely.
And you're in the safety of
As
your
long
own
as you're
home.
responsible, yes,
exactly. Yeah,
exactly.
you're in the safety of your own home. That's awesome. So
25.
is that Park City?
25
25 for Park City.
That's
Excellent.
where we should be going on this
Okay.
one. Absolutely. So hopefully we'll get some. Maybe is 3,000 that far away? 3,000 for Park City, Utah. I think that's certainly within
For 5
the
days
realm
and
of
nights.
possibility.
Yeah,
We hit
yeah.
26.
We're
26.
26 for Park City. Excellent. So we have some action here. We have 26. We need 27.
28. Let's
We
keep
need
it moving for Park City,
2,700
Utah.
for Park City. That's a great deal.
And of
Anybody
course-
here in the studio? 27?
And then of
No?
course,
Okay.
the wonderful Maestro dinner is still open. We're still
Right,
talking about
right.
Park City.
We'll
Think about
find out,
both
yeah.
of those things. But
Right,
Park City, we're at
right.
27 then, right?
We're looking for 27.
We're at 26.
Looking for
Okay.
27. Right.
Fantastic.
How's it going there?
I'm just thinking, like, if I was in Park City, that's the dining experiences you could have there, because they have wonderful fine dining opportunities.
Right.
And then
Are you a fly fisherman? Do you do that?
I've never done that.
I've never done that either, but I hear it's
Good
it's-
friend
it's
actually
life-changing,
is
yeah.
a coach. He takes people on expeditions. This
Oh,
is in
wow.
Colorado, though,
Oh, wow.
but
Wow.
he's a wonderful expert fly fisherman. And so
Wow.
we got to 27. We're at 27 in Park City. So there's so many things that you can do in that sort of
Well,
environment.
the summer mountain thing is,
Endless.
the flowers, and the hiking you can do. And,
Yeah.
I mean, I love winter sports too, but I think there's something magical about the mountains in the summer. You know, it really is. Yeah,
Absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah,
So
yeah,
Park City, Utah, we're at 2,700. See, we got up to 2,800. We're getting in that realm of $3,000.
Yeah.
But just think it's 5 nights in Park City, Utah, with up to 10 people. So
It's easier to type, I think, 300, isn't it?
it is. Yeah, just one. Yeah, so you can repeat the zeros.
Exactly. So
Well, and as many zeros as you're willing to press
just
will
skip,
work just
we'll
fine.
skip a few steps, go right up to 3,000.
But see, we're at
Brian?
27, looking for 28 at least in the meantime. So let's see what we can do. People
maybe-
figured out the app, so we're happy that that's working quite well too.
Right,
yeah.
right. That's cool. We, as Jim said, we can't see the bids coming in, so we're relying on our colleagues here. We're okay. Excellent.
We're going to leave those open for now. Absolutely.
So, but do we have an update where we are for them for?
So we're at 27 on the Park City, Utah. So feel free to.
We're at
We got to 3,000
We're
for Park City.
3,000
We're
for
leaving
Park
that
City.
open for now.
We're going to leave it open,
And,
and
the
we're going to
Maestro.
leave Maestro dinner open. And how much do we have for Maestro dinner? I'm sorry.
3,200 for the Maestro dinner. Well, you're well worth it. You know.
Well, thank you, Jim.
Of course.
That's very kind.
Wonderful dinner.
Thank you.
Wonderful
We're at
opportunity. And Naha
3,200,
there as
so-
well. It's going to be a
Right,
fantastic
right.
evening whenever
Right.
that happens.
Right.
So we're going to do the all-important time. We're going to. Well, you have some introduction to do.
I do have some introducing, and so just to be clear, we're leaving the final 2 open. We can keep the bidding going. We'll come back after we do what's known as the paddle raise.
Right. And thank you for all your generosity so far, because it is incredible.
Great. Yeah, it's been lots of fun, and you know it's new for us too as well. So it's been kind of fun. Well, as you all know, the Quad City Symphony gives fantastic concerts, and that's a hugely important part of what we do. But equally important to all of us is our educational mission with the Quad City Symphony, and letting young people experience the magic and the discipline and all the educational things that the music can provide. And we, as you'll hear about, we send musicians into schools. We, of course, have a thriving youth orchestra program. And it's such a critical thing, such a critical part of our mission. And we take that very, very seriously. And in order to take that seriously, we, of course, need your support. So here's a video just to kind of open some eyes, maybe, about everything that the Quad City Symphony is doing educationally. So enjoy this video, and we'll be right back.
Wonderful, wonderful video, and that's why we're all here this evening. And of course, the funny thing happens when you hold a virtual auction is that we know that we found out that people still wanted to give, and we thought that we were closing things out, but turns out people were giving. So those items we're going to leave open throughout the rest of the evening for sure. So we're going to have that auction.
Right. I think there's a certain delay, and so we don't want to cut anybody off who wants to be generous. And so we're going to have a performance in a moment, and after that performance, then so you will still have time to bid.
Absolutely, throughout the evening. We're not going to cut it off right away. But all the 5 auction items are still open, and of course, this is all new to all of us, the technology situation. So again, thank you for being patient at home.
And
thank you for your generosity as well. It's really the most important thing. So this is what we call now time for the paddle raise. We want to remind you, those of you who have been donating have figured out, but this is a different part for the paddle raise. So you're going to donate on the Givey app. You need to go to Fund and Need, and you essentially pick your gift level. Now, you donate in your web browser. You can do that as well. You go to tinyurl.com/QCSOA. And then once on that page, you can give to the paddle raise by simply clicking on Donate Now at any time. We have a variety of giving levels, too.
Right. And so basically what Jim and I are going to do is talk about what each level, the level is up to you, and this is for our educational programming. And so we would obviously encourage you to be, as generous as absolutely possible. But if we say the giving level of $2,000, if you would be generous enough to make a $2,000 gift, that would pay for one Symphony Day concert for 2,000 students. And this year it will be a virtual concert, but it will pay for the costs associated with that, with the hall, and with all those things. Symphony Day is another one of those great Quad City traditions where every student is invited to come. And I see we have an opening bid. We have a $2,000 from Sue Quayle to support.
And Sue doesn't need to be alone on this 2,000.
Right. So. Yes, there are no winners here except the kids.
Absolutely.
So if one 2,000 level again sponsors one Symphony Day concert for 2,000.
I have to ask you really quickly because you are at these events, and when you see the kids come in, whether it's at the Symphony Day or any other things, when you see a kid come in and maybe see something like the symphony for the first time, you see a light go on, I imagine, sometimes. What is that like to see?
Well, I mean, it's touching. It's absolutely touching because, I like to say that what we do is so countercultural in a way. I mean, it's oral and it's not a 5-second. It's a different thing, a different skill, and therefore, people have different reactions to it. And so kids who have never experienced that live, all of a sudden, you're in the same room with those sounds and pieces that they've heard and pieces that they've studied. And the excitement level and the awe of it all it's really touching. I mean, and kids don't fake that.
No, you can't.
I mean, it's just absolutely a real thing.
And so what you're doing tonight is turning on those lights.
And speaking of that, at the $1,500 level, it's music for one youth ensemble concert. We have a wonderful youth orchestra program that kids from all over the Quad Cities and outside the Quad Cities come. Really wonderful conductors, musicians like Naha Greenholtz and Hannah Holman. They come and coach the youth orchestra kids, and it's not just about playing great concerts, but it's about teamwork, and it's about the discipline, and there are all these
building
life lessons.
Self-esteem, all those wonderful things, and to have that personal conduct.
1,500 level would support one youth orchestra ensemble concert.
Fantastic.
The $1,000 level, please. We have Twin State Technical Services has donated $1,000, and as an example of what $1,000 can do for our education program. We have a cello lessons, class lessons that we give, and those will pay for those lessons for an entire year. It's at the Boys and Girls Club. It's a partnership with the Boys and Girls Club, a wonderful community partner, and offering these experiences to kids who maybe couldn't afford to have an instrument or where it's not a program in their school, and so it's a wonderful, wonderful gift. So we're grateful for that. We already have one gift at the 500 level, and please join Tom Spitzfaden, Linda Schneider. We have one Students at Symphony School Group attending virtually this year, a Masterworks concert, averaging we have students come and visit Masterworks concerts up in the balcony. We've been giving tickets away. And boy, the excitement up there when they hear the orchestra,
Oh,
yeah, it's fantastic.
Anyone who goes
and a
is excited to go.
$500 donation.
And we have a $2,000 paddle raise from Jill McLaughlin. So Jill, thank you.
Thank you, Jill. A $2,000 gift. Again, that could pay for a symphony day, and of course will be put to incredibly good use with our education program. So join Tom Spitzfaden at the $500 level. If $250 fits your situation better, that's enough for one private lesson program student for 1 year. $1,500 from Seneca Black. Wow, that's fantastic. Thank you, Seneca.
Generosity.
That's great. She's
always amazed.
a board member like you are, Jim, and we're just very grateful for. Thank you, Seneca. That's great. The $250 level, financial assistance for one private lesson. We provide private lessons for those who can't afford that, and this would cover it for an entire year. We have Zach Morton gave $250. Pat Wolford, also $250. So thank you for that generosity. Please join them. Feel free to join them. And Julie Abramowski and Jackie O'Donnell, also at the $250 level. That's awesome. Thank you. These are coming in fantastically. Great. This is really creating some wonderful energy here. If $100 is what you feel you can give, we would be very grateful for that as well. That pays for one musician to visit a school. When our musicians are here playing Masterworks concerts, they go into the schools and visit, and now it's a virtual experience, but that will also hopefully change relatively soon. Mary Fritsch, Kay Basham, I can't read the bottom.
Tim Norris.
Tim Norris, thank you, $100 for that. Melissa von Maurer, $250, thank you so much. Also a generous sponsor of the entire evening, so thanks for that. We're going to keep this open as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, and we're keeping everything open. You know,
Yeah.
it seems like that's how the mojo.
The ebb and flow of the evening. We sort of,
Exactly,
have to
exactly.
roll with the punches on
So
this sort of thing.
there's still Maestro dinner. There's still some room there, and there's still some room for Park City, I think. And
The RV,
certainly
solo
educationally.
soprano concert.
Jesse Krezowak, $500. Thank you so much. It's really awesome. And there's one thing that I should not fail to mention. When we have this event live, there's kind of a special bonus that if everyone at a certain table, if everyone has donated something during the course of the evening, then that table gets a voucher. Each person at the table gets a voucher for a Masterworks concert.
Wonderful.
And so we're going to do that in this unique way. So if you're having a party, if you're having a group of 8 or 10 or 6 or whatever it is, and every person in your group has donated tonight on some level, has made some donation, then we will provide for you, for your group of 6, 8, 10, however many people there are in your group, we'll provide a voucher for one Masterworks concert. So we're going to continue that tradition.
And it's a wonderful Masterworks schedule this year.
Anything, and this paddle raise is a great way. If a big gift is not in your financial wherewithal, then a $250 gift, whatever, we would be grateful for anything. We are now going to move to the performance portion of the evening. And while this is happening, again, you feel free to continue giving, and we'll update you at the end of the performance. We think it's really important to not just talk, but also for you to experience the music. I mean, that's what we're all about. And as you all know, we just have an incredibly gifted group of musicians who either live in the Quad Cities or come to the Quad Cities for our concerts, for both Masterworks and for chamber concerts. Our concert master, Naha Greenholtz, our principal cellist, Hannah Holman, and we have Gudir Abaido, who are joining us this evening, and they are going to play a few pieces for us, and we're going to start with a little Debussy, beautiful French music, since this is the Moonlight Soirée, of our virtual soirée. And this is Debussy, Clair de Lune.
Enjoy.
Enjoy. They're going to tune, and then there they are right now.
Bravo, you guys. I think, am I live? Can everybody hear me? Thank you all for being here. We are so honored to be a part of this very important and exciting night. I wanted to introduce the Quad Cities to this fabulous pianist, Gadira Baido, and kind of tell you a little background story of how this all came to be. As you probably know, this is Beethoven's 250th birthday year. So there's been a lot of Beethoven tributes that actually were planned and then haven't been able to totally come to fruition. But so Gadir is here at the University of Iowa doing her doctorate with a pianist who the Quad Cities knows, Rainey Laquona. And she was rooming with me in my house, and we came back and we were kind of down about that. We were like wondering what to do. And I think, and Gadir was like in the middle of school. I had just finished the season in New York. And she had the brilliant idea that we should do the Beethoven cello sonata cycle between all of her classes and stuff. So we actually did, we started with Brahms E minor. We got warmed up. And then we did 5 weeks of a cello and piano sonata every week. And at some point during this, while this was happening, Facebook Live, I was speaking with Naha and I told her what was happening. And this is like how desperate people were. Naha is not on Facebook, but Naha went to Facebook and saw us play. I don't remember which sonata it was, but and then we kind of had the idea like we should celebrate Beethoven's birthday and bring Gadir in because of all of our Beethoven and because she's fabulous. So so just a little background there, and the theme was Moonlight Sonata, and of course everybody knows the Moonlight Sonata. It's Opus 27, so that's like kind of at the end of his early period. It was written in 1801, but even though it's in his early period where he still hasn't totally, lost his hearing, he's playing with the form. And you'll hear, like, the very most popular movement is this first movement that Gadir and I are going to do an arrangement of. And but it's slow. It's an adagio sostenuto, and that's like amazing for a Beethoven first movement of a sonata. That's just unusual. So he's already experimenting. And I must say that it's so great. What a treat for me to get to play this sonata because my piano studies were not so awesome. But for those of you who have perfect pitch or synesthesia, the original, and by the way, that's where you hear colors when you hear a pitch. The original is written in C sharp minor, but we're going to do it in C minor because, I don't know, because it was his favorite key. Okay, well, from 1801, Opus 27, we're going to move only a few years in a matter of time, but Beethoven's life changed very rapidly. So the Ghost Trio that we're going to play next, we're playing just the first movement. It's just a little appetizer for when we're going to play the whole thing sometime. But this is Opus 70. It was composed in 1809. And this is kind of the middle period of Beethoven. And a lot of people think that the reason it's called the Ghost, well, you're not going to hear the second movement today, which is really kind of gives it its most ghostly characteristics, but you can listen to it at home. But you'll hear little snippets of ghostliness in this first movement. They thought maybe he was influenced by, he was just writing Macbeth, his opera, and this was written right after he finished the Pastoral, the Sixth Symphony. So first movement of the Ghost. again, thank you all so much for being a part of this great night. Let's raise lots of money to help the amazing education program, all the youth symphonies and the students visiting and the lessons, and it's all so important. I don't know, personally, I'll just say a moment, like, I don't know where I would be without my best friend, my cello, right here. Like, I know a connection to an instrument and music is so very important. So thank you for helping kids find a voice through music. Okay, and now for something entirely different. Well, since the theme is moon, in case you haven't gotten that yet, we're going to end with a little rendition of Fly Me to the Moon. And I just kind of wish I had a drum set or something, but play along at home.
Fantastic. I hope you're all applauding at home.
Yes, I'm hoping there's applause. I'm sure there's applause at home.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Naha, Hannah, Gadir. Thank you so much. Great job. Great job. Well, as we talked about, we always have the need for flexibility. And so here's what's going to happen. We are going to keep the bidding open until 9 p.m. More bids have come in and things are going very, very well. And I know you have your apps, and so you can keep track of what's going on. So if there's something that you've bid on and you were in a good position, well, you need to recheck that, I think. And so we're doing very well, but we will close it at 9 p.m. So you have about 40 minutes or so to finalize the bids.
And the music was very inspiring. I think that's probably got in the mood. People got in the mood with that. Absolutely. The video we showed, the talking about what the different things that the Quad City Symphony Orchestra does. All great reasons to donate. Your generosity throughout has been fantastic.
And we still have some room. We've, as you can see from the chart here, we're at about 64% of our goal. So there's still more room. Certainly with the paddle raise, we've had $600 from Pierre Gouillot, thank you very much. 500 from Denise and Jim Needleman. Thank you so much.
We love the Symphony
awesome.
Orchestra.
Thank you so
Absolutely.
much. John Brooke and Ann McNamara, also $500.
I know John and Ann as well. I played golf with John this morning.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Jeff and Lisa McCraw, Lauren and Nathan Shearseth, at the $250 level. We're very, very grateful for that. Heather Dunn, Seneca Black, $250 as well. That's fantastic. We are hopefully going to get closer to our goal that we need to, and we have until 9 p.m. this evening. So I'm just so very, very grateful to each and every one of you, to our musicians. Thank you guys so much. But we at the Quad City Symphony feel your love, and we feel your support. And especially now, we are so excited to bring live performances back to you, Masterworks 1, 2, and 3, and the Adler. For those of you for whom that's not a good fit, we have the virtual experience as well. We have live stream option as well. We are so excited to bring you live music to celebrate Beethoven, Beethoven's 250th birthday in December. Our first 3 Masterworks all include music of Beethoven, and we are just can't wait to get back at it in a couple weeks, and things are going very, very well. I think the staff has done an amazing job planning. As many of you know, we had a hugely successful Riverfront Pops, and the staff has planned so incredibly carefully for taking in account the right thing we need to do health-wise for everybody to have our live concert experience. So if we're going to be back, and I know you need the music and you feel the music. I've heard from so many of you that it's such an important part of your life that that you just can't wait for it to happen again. So I'm going to say goodnight, and Jim, I know you have a few things to wrap up.
A couple of housekeeping matters to take care of.
And
absolutely.
we will see you very soon at the Symphony, and bidding keeps going until 9 o'clock. So Jim?
It's been a wonderful event, Mark. Great working with you as always.
Thank you.
Again, thank you so much for being here, everyone. All of your gifts, your generosity, and it continues. Of course, we're going to keep all of the 5 auction items open until 9 o'clock tonight. We're going to say one last thank you to our sponsors who make what happens to the Quad City Symphony Orchestra happen tonight and throughout the year. We have in particular the Gold Baton sponsors, John and Nancy Hayes. Thank you so much for your generosity. And our host committee chairs, Melissa and Jim Von Mar. And the committee itself did a fantastic job putting this event together to make this possible. Remember, you can still donate not only through 9 o'clock for the auction items and through the weekend for the paddle raising. And of course, as Mark touched upon, all that does for the kids, the outreach, the education, the one-on-one instruction, invaluable. Turning that light on to kids who might never have been exposed to classical music before, maybe shining that light, introducing them, and maybe even spawning a career and a love for music, to be sure. So thank you so much. And one more time, in a couple of weeks, as Mark touched on, the first of the Masterworks performances, whether you're able to make it in person to the Adler or, again, once at home like you did tonight, we hope to see you there. God bless. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your generosity. Hope to see you in person next year.
Thanks, Jim.